What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, making their debut... Is it they or him? Or her? I don't know. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with them. Making their debut on the channel tonight!
Tonight!
We have, I hope I pronounced this right, Voice of Baceprot. Yes, indeed. How about that? Voice of Baceprot making their debut on the channel. This comes as a request from Adi Suryana. Adi Suryana wanted to see me react to Voice of Baceprot with their song called School Revolution. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not heard the song before. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, it's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, okay, yeah, I've heard the song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Voice of Baceprot, and the video has 605,208 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Right. All right, here we go. Voice of Baceprot. School Revolution. There we go. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay, just right off the gun. First thing that I noticed, the bass player. Wow, she's got some chops. She's got some serious chops. doing the popping and slapping, which I wasn't really expecting from a rock band like this, not from a three-piece especially, but she's definitely got some solid chops, and she's all over the bass. She's not just you know, thumping away on the bottom string. She's not just popping away on the E, you know, and then popping on the G. You know, she's all over the place. You know, slapping the E, the A, D, the G, all over the place. Really nice. Great feel from her. Speaking of great feel, the drummer, really nice feel from her. Great accents, great attacks, great subdivisions. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on them yet. I want to hear more, but let's keep going for right now.
Di balik tembok isi kepala seakan digembok serasa domba dicipah hingga bongkok. Dan setiap mereka bersiap pada cambuk atau dikatai saling tindas dengan alasan visi dan misi. Ungkapkan mimpi yang akhirnya jauh tercapai, terlepas samar dan akhirnya mulai pudar.
Okay, everything sounds really good. I'm digging everything that everyone's doing. Guitar playing sounds really solid. I mean, it sounds really good. Nothing too overly complex. It sounds to me like the bass player is doing a little more complexity than the guitar player is, which is kind of nice to see, actually. But what the guitar player is doing is really nice, and it fits the mood and tone of the song, so I'm not knocking her in any way, shape, or form. Drummer's locked in, bass player's locked in, guitar player's all locked in. Instrumentally, I'm digging what I'm hearing. If I'm being honest here, I don't know how I feel about the vocalist tone. She's singing, look, she's singing in key, her pitch is on, so technically everything she's doing from a technical standpoint, like as far as hitting the notes and hitting them in key, she's spot on. Her diction is spot on. Her vowel formation, spot on. What I'm talking about is her actual tone. It sounds really piercing in places. Like, really, it's like someone took the preamp on the mixer for her vocals and just cranked the treble all the way up, and it's a little shrieky, it's a little piercing at times. It's definitely present. Now, am I saying this to knock on her? No, I'm not saying this to knock on her. It's her voice. It's who she is, and to be honest with you, I don't. Most people, they can't change that. I mean, they can't. It's their voice. It's how they were born. It's what they have. It's what they have to work with. So it's not a knock against her. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of her tone. That's it. Everything else that she does have control over, pitch, diction, vowel formation, power, projection, clarity, she's hitting all of those points. All of them. So she's doing a great job. I'm just not the biggest fan of her tone. That's all. That's all. I'm just being honest here, folks. Okay. Let's keep going here. Okay, right there, that section that we just heard, it lost fullness. Look, when you have a 3-piece, it's really easy to do that. It's really easy to lose the fullness when you have the guitar player doing a melodic line, and then you have the bass player coming in and doing a counter melodic line with no bottom end. It's really easy to lose the fullness. If I could have made a recommendation, I would have said trade off. Have the guitar player do it for 2 measures while the bass down low. If the bass wants to come up, then bass comes up and does its thing while the guitar player then shifts to doing chords. That would help keep the fullness going. Right there, though, it got a little thin, if I'm being honest. That guitar solo, I dug it. I kind of got Carlos Santana vibes a little bit from the guitar solo that she did. Very that repetitive note to note to note to note to note. That is very Carlos Santana. It really is. Going all the way back to watching him play at Woodstock, man, it's the same thing. It's got that same sound, that same vibe. It's funny. I just watched the movie Woodstock a couple days ago, so I remember watching him play that guitar solo where. Apparently, he was having a bad acid trip, and he thought that the guitar neck was actually a snake, and he was trying not to get bit while he's playing. And I'm like, I can see that, actually. In his face, he's staring at that neck the whole time with this look of intensity on his face. And at first, before I heard that story, I was like, he's just really focused. No, he was freaked out. But I heard I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, I heard a lot of Carlos Santana influence in that guitar solo, which is really cool. It was really cool. Let's finish this out, and we'll get to the review. We'll talk about it.
Hanya orang berusia dapat bersahan, punya mimpi dan berani untuk mewujudkan. Bisa sukses tanpa haus kau pakai fisik, punya semangat dan pikiran yang positif. Don't try to judge us, no. Don't try to judge us, no. Don't try to judge us, no. Don't try to judge us, no.
I mean, it was really good. It was really good. It made a good impression on me first time out the gate. It was good. Let me gather my thoughts. Let me think about it, and I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Voice of Baceprot with School Revolution. This was a request from Adi Suriana. Hope I pronounced that name right as well. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 7.7. Yep, 7.7. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
It was really good. I think that's how I could pretty much sum up the entire song. It was really good. There were some things that were a little better than really good, and there were some things that weren't not quite up to really good. So it all kind of balances out. I gotta say, I just gotta say this right off the gun. When I saw the kick drum, I saw the bass drum. I saw the skin on the front. I had to chuckle. I had to chuckle because it's you know, they put VOB in red tape, like red duct tape, and they made a V and an O and a B on that. I was like, that's cute. That's cute. Hey, look, we've all done it, okay? I can't think of a single band that I was in high school that did not happen. So look, I just got a chuckle out of it. I'm not criticizing at all. I just got a chuckle out of it because it brought back some good memories. Let's talk about the bass player, okay? I think that was the highlight for me. Well, being a bassist, I'm not surprised. But she was really good, man. She's got some chops. Like, she really does have some great chops. Her popping and slapping technique was really nice. Like, really nice. It was clean, accurate, sounded really good. And here's what I loved about it. It wasn't overdone. There are bass players out there. I'm not going to mention names. I think you'll figure out who I'm talking about. There are bass players out there who, once they learn how to pop and slap, and once they figure out how to do it, they go crazy with it. And they think that they're just God's gift to bass players, and then that's all they do is pop and slap. Even when it's not appropriate. Even when you're in places where you shouldn't be doing that. You should be more about keeping the low end down, you know what I mean? But they continue to pop and slap because they just think they are God's gift to bass players around the world. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, that gets annoying. It really does. When bass players go over the top, and this is coming from a bass player, when bass players go over the top with the popping and slapping, it gets annoying. It really does. She did not do that. She did it where it was appropriate, but she never did it for too long. She came in, she made her point, and then she was out. And then later on, we heard it again, but a different riff. And that was cool. I can absolutely get behind that. 100%. The drummer, really nice job. Very solid drumming. Nothing in particular that was all that like amazing and impressive, but all throughout the song, rock solid, great fills, good feel, knows how to play with feel and switch it from a straight time to a half time feel on her own. So great job on the drumming. I dug the drumming. The guitar playing, nothing all that spectacular. If I'm being honest here, it was pretty basic stuff from her, but it was done well, and it was done well within the context of the song. Everything she did, it fit within the song. So kudos to her, not overplaying. I feel like there was more she could have done. Her guitar solo was really nice. I did like the guitar solo. I kind of got shades of Carlos Santana from it. That was a nice little touch. There was that one part coming out of the solo where the bass and the guitar were both up on the necks, and they were doing different things. And I made the comment of it lost the bottom end, it lost the fullness, the song thinned out. I still stand by that. I kind of wish, like, if they wanted to do that and they wanted to showcase each other, bass player stay down, let the guitar player do her thing. The guitar player slides down, does chords, while the bass player comes up and does her thing, and then switch back, and then switch back, and then switch back, and then switch back. That would have been, I think, far more effective. And a lot more pleasing to the ear, but that's okay. Look, they did it that way. They had their reasons for doing it, and more power to them. really my only gripe about this was the vocals. And I've already talked about it, but I'm just going to reiterate in a short version. What she did on a technical side, her diction, her vowel formation, her pitch, singing on key, her projection, her power, clarity of voice was all great. Across the board, sounded great. I got no issue with that. The only thing I wasn't really a big fan of was her vocal tone. It was very piercing and very, at times, very shrieky, and it was a little much for me. I was like, God. Like I said, it sounded like someone took the preamp, the treble on her preamp for the PA on her vocals and just cranked it all the way up to 10 and took everything else and put it down to like 2 or 3. And it was very piercy at times, and I kind of wish that had not been the case. Now, is there anything she could do about it? To be perfectly honest with you, not really. There are things she can do to work on her tone, work on her presence. It can be helped a little bit in the mix, but for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, that's her voice, and there's really nothing that she can do about it. Maybe as she gets older, maybe it'll lose some of the shriekiness. I don't know. But I can only go on what I heard this time around. And like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan. And like I said, technically, everything she did sounded fine. It sounded great. But I'm just not a big fan of her tone. But that's where we're standing right now. I feel like the 7.7, well, actually, now that I think about it, it was a little better than 7.7. Hold on. No, not that high. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, I got it. Okay, it did come up a little bit. New score, I'm going to give that a 7.8. Yep, 7.8. I feel good about that score. That is where we are, and that is where we're going to stay. Now, maybe you're wondering, there might be new viewers to the channel here to see their band, Voice of Baceprot. They want to see if, what others how they're going to do on this channel. Well, you found out 7.8, right? Now you're probably wondering, is that a good score? Yeah, actually it is. It's a really good score. If you're not sure about that, take a look down below in the video description. You will very clearly find my scoring system chart, where you will see that 7.0 to 7.9 is the grading scale for really good. This is getting a 7.8. It's way up there on the really good scale. So they did a really good job. I did dig it. I dug the feel. I dug the song. It's just a couple little things, that weren't really up my alley, but for the most part, it was enjoyable. So that's how we came to the 7.8, which, like I said, is a really good score. And that is where we're going to end. 7.8, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.